Last couple of things we got here, our wagon. Anybody know what these are?
Shears.
They're cutters. We call
Oh,
these
shears.
lopping shears. That's kind of the technical term for them. These are meant for trimming, like trimming trees.
I have
or
one of
trimming
them too.
bigger hedge plants and
Wanda.
stuff. Where you
Yeah,
got
damn it.
branches that are, say, bigger than like my little finger here. Anything about that size up to about this big round or so, depending on what kind of plant it is. Some plants are tougher than others. Some plants you can't cut quite as big material. Some plants you can cut a lot bigger than that if it's a soft type plant. But these are meant for cutting like that. They got the longer handle so you get more leverage. That's what helps you cut bigger stuff with them. So these are lopping shears. We've got these smaller ones here. These are just clippers. These are for trimming. We use these a lot around here when I'm doing stuff, when I'm trimming up the plants, repotting them and things like that. And we're working with pieces that are smaller than my finger. These will cut that. And if it's a tough plant, it's hard to cut even something as big as my finger with. But these work good for small stuff. A lot of people use these for hedge trimming because you can kind of get in there and you can do a little bit better job. If you're shaping something up, a particular shape, you can kind of pick out the exact pieces you want to cut out, thin them out, stuff like that. I use these when we're making cuttings to put in our trays in the greenhouse to root new plants. This is what we do that with, cutting the little pieces that we make the cuttings out of. So these get used a lot around here. And we have these things. Anybody know what these are? These are gloves. These are work gloves. These are leather work gloves. We do put on gloves occasionally around here. We're doing stuff. And sometimes we put on gloves to protect our hands from getting scratched up and stuff like that. Sometimes we put on gloves just to keep from getting our hands quite so dirty. So we're doing landscaping stuff, trimming plants and stuff like that. Sometimes that's a dirty job and we'll put on gloves just to keep from getting quite as dirty. And I have a couple other types. We have these cloth type we use sometimes. This is another pair of cloth type. Several different pieces on the work glove. Let me roll this. And what is this thing? You might as well throw this in the mix. That's a wagon. Yeah, we use this a lot around here. I really like my wagon, especially this wagon. This is a good heavy-duty wagon. It works really well for us around here, hauling plants and all kinds of other stuff. And what do we have here? This is a tiller, or people refer to them as rototillers. On the back side of it back here, there's blades or tines under here that spin like this. This thing goes along, it will pull itself, got an engine up here on it that drives everything, and as it moves along, the tines are spinning and it cuts up the ground. We use this, some of y'all may have seen me do this before, in our beds out back here. This is what I use to get our little raised beds out here ready to plant stuff. I got this out. If it doesn't rain me out today, I'm going to try to run this through those beds, but it looks like it may be raining earlier today than it did yesterday. So that's our rototiller. Go ahead, Paul. We will